There ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. West side, east side, yellow side, green side, purple side. Welcome to I Can Explain That podcast.
Okay.
The only podcast where we go through each other's search histories to find out just how fucked up we are as people. And I am one of your hosts, Chris Bazemore. And beside me, Big Ugly.
Nope.
How you doing?
It is Chris Reiter,
Is
the
it-
real Big Sexy.
Real?
Blue check mark.
How
My Twitter.
how for sure are you on that?
That is verified?
Yeah.
100% sure.
I don't even follow you on Twitter, man. Because
I don't have
I know
Twitter.
it's a lot. Oh, that's right. Well, how you been? How you doing?
I've been all right.
You good?
Phases, quarantine. You know what it is.
You know what it is. Why you sound like a rapper just now?
I don't know.
Speaking of rappers, right? So our deep dive of the week, something I've heard rappers say throughout my whole life. And then I've talked to friends and stuff and trying to get their opinions on this. So this deep dive is actually not something I technically kind of looked up, although I looked it up. Are you ready for what this is?
I guess.
My deep dive of the week that I would like to get into is, can you turn a hoe into a housewife?
Oh. Well, Ludacris once told me you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Hoes don't act right. It's hoes on a mission and it's hoes on the crack pipe. And he said, hey, ho, how you doing? Where you been? Probably doing hoe stuff because there you hoe again.
Which, you know, I get it.
Clever.
Clever, right? Quite clever. Except for the crack pipe. Poor crack whore.
Those do exist.
Those really do. Do you think it is possible to marry and change a hoe?
So I feel like some ladies are a little promiscuous and their end goal is to get wifed up.
True, but it's not just women, though. I'm
Sure.
also referring to the men.
Sure.
Can you turn a man hoe into a house husband?
I don't think you can.
Really?
I feel like it's harder
With men?
with men.
Why?
I don't know. Because, like, why would he give that up? That sounds pretty cool what he's doing.
He's actually living his best life.
Right. He sounds like he's doing all right for himself.
And he's going to give that up for
Yeah.
one. Well, you're a pretty, as we saw in the last episode, you're pretty vanilla. You're pretty monogamous.
Yep.
So you essentially are, you are a house husband.
Correct.
You're husband material.
Mm-hmm.
So as you rub your
But
head.
I was never a hoe.
And that's, so you were, you talking about, yeah, you never was a hoe.
Mm-mm.
I lived my
My
hoe
numbers
life.
are low.
I'm a hoe. And I think I'll make a good husband.
Maybe hoes just get tired of
That's
hoeing.
where I think I'm at in my life. So I honestly don't think you could turn a hoe into a housewife unless she wants to be turned into a housewife.
Sure.
Or him, or
Right.
he, whatever. Because it is subjective, right? People want to turn to what they're going to do what they're going to do. So I don't know if you can necessarily turn one. Like,
Right.
you can't just like beat them in submission. Stop slinging that pussy and dick. You can't just do that. Well, you can, but they don't have to listen. So I remember being a kid and my mother would be like, don't touch that. Don't touch that. Don't touch. If you touch it, I'm going to hit you. If you touch it, I'm going to hit you. Pop, pop. Oh, shit.
Yep.
So you can't just do that with hoes. But my research has shown me that most people think that you cannot.
Really?
Yeah. Most people think that once a hoe, always a hoe. If you a hoe today, you're going to be a hoe tomorrow. You a hoe in church, you a hoe out of church.
But what about hoes? Who about reformed hoes?
They're saying you can't be reformed. Once a hoe, in their eyes, Malcolm X is always Malcolm Little.
Okay. Muhammad Ali's always Cassius Clay.
That's kind of how I take it. Because they're just like, nah. I do have a friend, right? He said something to me. And I haven't actually asked him this question. But I just over how he lives his life, he probably would be a person who would do that. Who would be like, nah, you can't turn one. He told me once, he was like, yo, if I meet someone and I meet them as Jared, then they change to Jalissa. He was like, they always Jared to me. I'm always going to call him Jared. He was like, I'll respect them and use she pronouns, but I'm just going to call him Jared because that's the way I was introduced. So I think a lot of people have that mindset of like, what you are is what you are.
Mm.
And you just can't be changed. And I think personally, with a little encouragement in the right person, You can change.
Sure. I feel like with a lot of people, hoeing is just a phase.
Is it? Because it seems like a lifestyle to me.
I don't know. I feel like hoeing is something you do when you're younger. You're exploring. And you're just throwing it around, whatever it is.
Bullshit.
You experimenting, see what you like, what you don't like, who you don't like.
I started hoeing when I was older, brother. I got into it late. I was in the game late in my life.
It's because you was ugly.
Huh? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think we had a realization. I wasn't ugly. I had opportunities. I could have actually lost my virginity in a threesome, believe it or not. But it was more of a train.
Oh, ew.
There was another guy, me, and a lovely young lady who has turned out to be pretty okay. She's like a radiation person. She does anesthesia.
Okay.
She's that person. So she's living her good life and hasn't changed. She has a kid. She's not married.
Okay.
So I think, I don't know. I think a lot of people probably is like, because also I could have lost my thing to her, and they asked, it was like, yo, both of them, actually the woman as well. It was like, hey, Chris, you would like to do that? And I was like, and it was like, yo, we're going to cut school. You come over, boom, boom. And I was like, nah. First of all, I'm a virgin, and you're telling me I got to pull my dick out in front of this guy who's now going to judge me?
Not a good look.
Now they're going to judge, because they probably don't think I'm a virgin. They probably think I'm out here slinging that thing. And they're going to find out very quickly. They're going to find out very quickly that is not the case. And I'm going to be embarrassed. Everyone's going to be embarrassed. And then I'm going to be sitting in the room because I came fast by myself and just hear them keep going
you should
at
probably
it.
just leave. Yeah, go back to school.
Go back to school?
Yeah.
Just call it a day.
You only missed first period. You all right?
Yo, you thought they was going to start in the morning?
I don't know how 3 ways work if they're taking the whole day off school. No.
I feel like that's a whole day practice because you got to prep, you got to stretch.
Stretch?
You got to strategize like our dicks can't touch unless that you want them to touch. I probably wouldn't want mine to touch the other guy. So I'd be cool with that. Yeah. So you got to strategize. All right, we only move clockwise.
Sure.
Shit like that. No in the same hole at the same time. No anal thing like porns.
DPs.
Yeah, none of that.
Yeah, ball slapping.
Nah. Does that change it for you?
Oh, definitely. I never really get into those. I'm like, I can't.
Is that why have you ever been offered? You did go to college.
I did go to college. Never offered a 3-way.
You are a loser.
I mean, here's the problem with college is, as far as, one, I got no game. It was predominantly white college. I'm not white.
That's true.
And if there were girls who like fetishize black dudes, I'm not black enough.
So you were just fucked all the way around.
Right. I got to.
You had to.
In the words of Lil Dicky and T-Pain, I had to get pussy with my personality.
So that's why you didn't get much.
Exactly.
Because you suck.
I'm not the greatest.
No, you are not. But the thing about that always drives me kind of like cuckoo a little bit is because when it comes to hoes and stuff, you get a pass in college, right? People go, oh, that was college, man. Everyone was fucking in college. But they still seem to hold that against women. What?
Yeah.
Like, it's always like, yeah, no, you was in college, but you didn't have to fuck the whole football team. Like, maybe just the starters. You was fucking third strings. Like, you was wilding. Yeah. You're not even a football fan. What's a first down? You can't even tell me?
She don't know. He don't know.
Because he don't play.
Right.
He don't know anything. I just put on the helmet and I sit here. Yeah. Sometimes I take it off on the sidelines. Get real animated when we score. Right? So I wonder, what is it going to take for us to start looking at women as and men hoes, but it's worse on women. That's why I focus primarily.
So there's the big push, in this slut shaming. Don't dog women for their sexual past, yada yada yada. I'm with it.
Yeah, but I feel like people still do it.
I'm sure they do.
People don't fucking go.
There's always going to be a connotation no matter what. Why? I don't know. It's hard to put a thumb on why.
Well, I feel like, I don't want a car that had a lot of accidents. You feel me?
Sure.
If I'm buying a used car, I don't want it to have a lot of accidents. So I think a lot of people think of the same thing.
Right.
But it's a person.
Right.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. You just compare the person to like a Dodge Dart.
Actually, a neon.
Okay. Oh.
Let's go Pinto.
Okay.
Can we go Pinto? Was that worthy?
Fair enough. I don't know.
I just think, I don't know, man. As a male hoe, I'm changing. I read poetry now. I no longer look for hoes in hoe hunting places
Where do you look for them?
and other hoe hunting places.
Okay.
Nah, I don't look for hoes anymore, man. Well, mainly because bars and stuff is closed.
Sure.
So you know how I used to get it in.
I do.
A lot of bar bathrooms.
Nasty.
I just wanted you to live, man.
I'm good.
You could have joined me. They got stalls in the bathroom.
Hard pass.
You went in the stall. I was in another stall. We would have high-fived over the thing.
What is we doing in that?
You are fucking your significant.
Oh, okay.
You're a bigger dude, so in the handicap, I'll give you the handicap thing, and I would be in the regular one, and we just be getting busy. Shoulders.
Yeah, I'm good.
Shoulders. No?
No.
No shoulders?
Nah.
Yeah, I just tap it.
Nah.
No?
I'll do it at my house.
All right, then I'll just come
No,
through.
but you cannot come to my house.
I'm in your house right now.
You can't fuck in it.
That's not fair, bro. I'm a reform. So if I had a wife, I couldn't fuck in your house?
Why? If you got a wife, why are you fucking in my house?
Maybe we adventurous today.
Fuck someone. Fucking her.
What if we came here for like game night and I was whipping your ass in Connect 4?
Which you will never do.
Okay.
You will never leave me Connect 4.
Okay. So I'm whipping your ass in Connect 4.
And it's hypothetical, sure.
And then like we like, I mean, it's a couple other couples here and we like slide off into somewhere.
My bedroom locked. My bedroom door.
No,
locked.
not in your bedroom. That's disrespectful.
Bathroom locked too.
Come on.
You gotta use bathroom pass one at a time.
You got bathroom passes in the game.
It's like a plain bathroom.
That's fine with me. I've done worse.
No,
That's fucked up.
only I fuck in my house.
But I don't know. So, do you think you could turn a hoe into a housewife?
I don't know if you can turn a hoe into a house. I think a lot of people just get bored of it. They move on.
So that's your take on it.
Yeah.
And I say no, emphatically. I just don't think. I mean, I think you could change as a person. I do, because I feel like I've changed as a person. But I do think it is much harder to go from living your best life to now being like, I'm just going to be with one person, unless you really feel like that's the right person.
Sure. I look at it like this. Like, I always see examples of like someone, a family is particularly religious, right? They go to church every opportunity they can, and one person in the house isn't. And they will constantly dog that person, come to church, come to church, come to church. That person's never going to come to church with you. If they're going to come to church, they're going to come on their own.
That's true. It came from a real place, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I've seen it a lot.
To you.
Yeah.
So on that note, I guess the consensus is you can if they want to be.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can play an active role.
A hoe has to want to change.
Right.
But do hoes want to change?
I believe so.
You believe hoes want to change?
I mean, when I see a lot of, I recently watched Broke, the 30 for 30 documentary.
Oh, yes.
And there was like baller alert, stuff like that. And I think some ladies are willing to freak in an effort to, bag, to get the bag.
Yeah, no, I can't hate on that. But I mean, I can, but I won't.
So they're willing to be a notch in the belt at an attempt to be the final notch.
True, but do they really want to be the final notch, or would they want to trade up? Because what if you get with a person, right, and they're a millionaire, but they're not Cam Newton, they're not like a star,
right,
and they're not this big ticket, but they're a millionaire, so it's like I guess it depends on what they want to do.
Sure.
Because if you just looking for the biggest bag, you need to look for Jeff Bezos. That's what you really need to be doing, or Pablo Escobar's family or some shit. Like you,
yeah.
I mean, get that cocaine money. Like I wonder why people don't like why they aren't hoes to like other shit, or are there hoes to like regular shit? Like, is there a hoe that just wants the manager of FedEx? She just want to fuck the top FedEx person so she could be right underneath it. Whenever you hear about hoes, you always hear about like ballers. They want the rappers, the things.
Athletes.
Yeah, and I wonder if they're like in normal life too. Like they want the highest of their field. Like they just want the best bartender. Like I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I wouldn't say it's an impossibility, but it's probably rare.
It's a niche.
That just seems attainable. That doesn't even seem like.
Doesn't seem like you have to put in work.
Yeah,
for
you
that.
probably just let him take you to dinner or something. You ain't even gotta.
He's gonna ask.
You ain't even gotta let him in. You can wait for the third date for him.
But you can't do that for I was gonna say Keyshawn Johnson. I was going back. Jesus Christ. But I feel like with him, you gotta let Ocho Cinco has to hit the first night.
Right.
So, all right, I guess you can change them.
What's the internet say?
The internet said no. You cannot.
Oh, okay.
Emphatic. That's why I didn't pick up my phone, because it's not even like the Reddit threads go no. Well, maybe no, nigga, no.
None.
Well, do you have like your sporadic people that go like, yeah, no, they can change, and what is a hoe? I've seen those questions like, what is a hoe? Really? And someone was like, so a woman who likes a lot of dicks. That was an answer. That was a real answer. Someone who likes a lot of dicks. And I was like, kinda. That's like the hooked on phonics version.
And some people just like to fuck.
Yeah. I mean, you can have a high sex drive. That doesn't make you a bad person.
Right.
You still should be married. It's maybe not to me. Because I got shit to do. I can't be fucking you and trying to work out. It's one or the other.
Sure.
I mean, so the internet says no. I personally say yes. You say yes because you're a nice person. So we're going to say here that you can change.
I think it's a strong possibility.
Right.
I don't think it can be changed. I don't think, there's always the dude. I feel like I've heard Lil Duval tell the same story where, like, don't be the dude that falls in love with the girl the whole gang is running a train on.
Wow.
I think I love her. Like, don't be that dude.
I know a couple motherfuckers that did.
Because you are not going to change her.
No. But you shouldn't also, that's also a thing, right? The way you meet someone is like, you can't expect, like, I remember I had a friend who met a girl at Juve, all right, which is the West Indian Day Parade and that stuff. And it's like a party before it or whatever. I think it's a day before or after. I cannot confirm because I haven't been in years. But they're dressing. It's summertime. They letting it all hang out, basically. Mm-hmm. They living their best life. They met a chick, and she was wearing, like, booty shorts. Basically, half her ass was hanging out. Damn, their titties was all out in the open, basically, and got with her. Later on in life, next summer, before she went back to Juve, dressed pretty much the same way. He's like, hold up. Wait a minute now. You got to put on some clothes. Like, what the fuck is this? And she's like, bruh, you met me.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I do. And he was just like, I know, but, like, you got to put on some clothes. So I don't think, like, you could change. Like, if you meet a girl in the gangbang, don't be like, maybe I'm going to be the one that changes her from the gangbang.
Right.
Like, my dick is going to be the only dick she needs. Unless it has tentacles. It's not going to happen, brother. So, all right. On that note, I think it's time to go through those search histories. Yes, I held that note.
Okay.
All right. So I'll start it off. Here you go, buddy.
Let's see what we got. Lingerie Football League coming in hot.
I looked up a lot of that.
Several times. Why?
Being a creep.
Okay.
I remembered that shit recently, and I was like, yo, I wonder if they still do that. And they do. They changed it 2 times. So it got changed from lingerie to Legends Football League, and then now it's the X League. And I was just intrigued. And I was like, yo, that's kind of ill, son. Like, I didn't know that they was really popping in the streets.
Any sleeper picks? Any draft picks in here you're aware of?
There's some
Do you know
hot girls.
anyone's name?
The hot girls. I follow them on Instagram now.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Well,
You going again?
I'm going to go again just because I got to get this one off because this is craziness. Does a woman's vaginal fluid have nutritional value?
Yes, that's what I typed in.
And internet said what?
Are you intrigued?
I'm very... Does pussy juice have nutrition?
Not in the way that you would think. It's not like it doesn't come with a label. Like
a
serving
size.
But it does say, if you look on Quora, right, it goes a little something like this. It's taking long to load because they don't want you to be great. They don't want you to know. But it did say that not really. Like,
okay.
Because they don't produce. So our semen has protein and stuff in it because it's people. Right? So I was wondering, like, yo, does their fluid have anything? Because I've had quite a bit in my life, and I think that's why I got these guns. You know what I mean? Patow.
Those guns that couldn't do a dip earlier.
I did too. They were.
I don't know if we were counting on the same numerical. How you count two?
They were not two.
I feel like you did one.
I did two, bro.
Okay.
Because I lifted myself from the ground.
Okay.
That counts as one. Then I did a whole nother one.
Oh, okay.
That's two. You don't got to be that person. I'm gonna let you know, like the internet is a good place. So, an orgasm burns calories, is what they was giving me.
Okay.
So, did you know that an orgasm is, they say, is no miracle diet? An orgasm burns just 2 or 3 calories, though a person can burn around 50 calories in the activity leading up to the orgasm.
Okay.
So, on that note, I do want to read Quora, what Quora says, because Quora is wild. Do you know what Quora is?
Yeah.
They're madness. And it was like, a splash of semen went into my my vagina. What can I do? This is the type of question.
Splash.
And then someone said, vaginal secretions are continuously released, contain water, nutrients, and electrolytes. I'd say that no, any discharge from the body is obviously discharged because the body doesn't need that shit. You're most likely going to eat STDs and get herpes.
Oh, goodness.
That's Quora for you right there. They letting you know what's
not
out
a
in
lot
the
of
streets.
science.
No, not really. But while you're here, I'm going to go here. Okay. You looked up men. Men and coronavirus. That's looked up Jesse Williams and the coronavirus.
I looked up Jesse Williams. Wait, did I?
Yeah, you looked up Jesse Williams with long hair.
Yeah. I'm watching Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, he's on it. Yes.
He's been on it for a while. And
women think I look like him sometimes when they're blind.
I almost had you turn this off.
You almost put hands on me?
Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to show my girl what Jesse Williams, because he's Mr. Handsome, right? All the girls love him from Grey's Anatomy. So you wanted to
lose your girlfriend?
No, well, if you see him with long hair, he's not the same. When this shit's like long now, like unkempt, he looks fine. But like when you pull up like a 2004 Afro Jesse Williams, he ain't as handsome. Nah.
He ain't hitting. So you thought you had him? You think you look better than him with an Afro?
Oh, God, no. My fro looked different.
Your fro was terrible.
My fro was amazing.
Your fro looked
My fro
terrible.
was pristine, very heavy D-ish, where his sort of has like the big long
heavy D-ish?
Big long springs.
Bro,
it's his fro. My fro picked out heavy D.
You
or
had
that Samoan in that football movie The Rock did.
You had a nappier version of the Malcolm Gladwell.
You bugging. Hold on. Let me show you my fro, boy.
Your fro. I seen your fro.
My fro is pristine.
I've also seen you without hair, and that's scary. I've never seen a fat cancer patient. That's what you look like.
I had a head.
You look like a old turtle. Like you look disgusting, bro.
Like Franklin?
You look like nutsack like without hair.
Me and the fro is perfect.
Hell no.
You telling me that fro ain't been picked out to perfection in that moment?
Let's go to that.
Look at that.
Terrible. And it says you're welcome. That looks...
Someone else snagged it.
You look like The Rock in the Central Intelligence shit.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Whoa, 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 whoa.
You look like the Fat Rock.
But look how perfect and pristine that fro. That's perfect circumference.
It does look like a 70. It looks like you did that all of your way in.
Ooh, Raj, I'm gonna tell. That's what that looked like. That's fine though. Jesse's was like the springy type. His looked like Malcolm Gladwell's.
Yeah, I guess.
Mine looked like Richard Pryor's.
You. So here's something else. You said Google. Google was like you're.
Google's from the Bronx.
Yeah. Hey, papa. You know what I mean? And you said, hell no, I've been waiting too long. And you typed that.
It's a song. Hell no. been waiting too long and
You was trying to figure out the
because I don't know what the song is. I just know that part of it.
I've done that too, but that's just weird because when someone sees that shit, it's like, why did you type in hell no, I've been waiting too long to Google? Was Google waiting, like you was waiting for an answer and then you was like, Google. Hell no.
Tell me what Jesse Williams looks like with long hair. Hell no, been waiting too long. Okay. I'm with this one.
You down?
You said, does Joker kill his neighbor? Does Joaquin Phoenix kill Zazie Beetz?
So I just looked at the Joker, right? Fine. I'm late on the train of the Joker, and I finally decided, I was like, I'm gonna sit down with you, son. And Joker was like, all right, kid. And it sat down with me, and we watched the shit, me and Joker. And it was real ominous the way that ended. And I was just like, It never showed a kill.
Right.
But I always assumed there was a kill. I'm calling motherfuckers, asking them their opinions. I asked my moms. She's like, I don't remember. I asked my sister. She like, I don't know. I hope he didn't kill her in a time like this. Because she was a black woman. And it would be very racist for him to kill a black woman right now.
A single mother.
And she was a single mother. She had it hard enough. So what the internet said was no, she was actually not killed. Because he actually only kills people that wronged him or he feels wronged him or in any way, whether it be physical or emotional, whatever. Those are the people he kills. Hence why he let that midget or little person go.
Right.
And stuff, because that person technically didn't do anything to him. So that's why he never killed them. So she still alive.
Fair.
Very terrified, though.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Quite terrified. You, on the other hand, I like, you know what? I always call you fat, right? Mainly because you are. But
largest.
I think you are trying to fix yourself because you typed in, I'm going to count it now. All right? You ready for this? Oh, shit. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 times you typed in New York gyms. Did that determine the switch?
All right, so New York City is about to enter phase 3 on Monday.
Yeah, that's not
Other
good.
parts of the state are in phase 4 or about to enter the shit, and they've never given guidance on when gyms
and that type
movie
of stuff
theater, all that shit can open. And finally, they came out and said, well, it's not in phase 4, but then they also didn't say when the shit is. So New York's opening up in phases, to slowly open up the valve, to quote Governor Cuomo, and everyone's under the assumption that gyms are going to be phase 4. Would say as long as they follow some sort of protocol,
they'll be open.
Limited head count, put up plexiglass, masks in the gym, nothing. So finally they said it's not going to be in phase 4, and then everyone's like, well, is it when it's going to be then? They just like, we don't know.
You should probably just do push-ups.
Just run, yeah.
Run.
And actually they got a bunch of gym bunch of gym owners in Long Island are filing a lawsuit.
I get that because they probably are still being charged rent.
Right. Oh, definitely.
And they got to pay that. And then after that, you decided, you was like, you know what? I'm tired of gyms. I'm going to look up Josephine Baker.
That's
I always weird.
I always get a lot of shit for the names I like for my hypothetical future children.
Josephine.
I like Josephine.
So you want your child to be born in the 50s?
Josephine, because I like Josephine Baker.
No, it's a great name.
Yeah.
And she was a great woman.
And it's unique.
Yeah, because the only people with that name have died last century.
I like Josephine. I like Henrietta. I like Ella.
You just like old black ladies.
I do. They're pretty cool.
That's all you like. So much so that your gut came out when you said
it. Joe do.
You became Uncle Chris.
Josephine. It's a good name. But when I said it to someone that was like, who is that? And I was like, we were done talking.
Talking about someone didn't know who Josephine Baker was?
Correct. You looked up Justin Bieber's baby on Wikipedia.
Nah, kid. I can explain that, son. I could explain that because you didn't have to change the subject that harshly, brother.
I did.
I was looking up what if you look underneath it. See, you are misleading. You are misleading the public. I looked up what's the most viewed videos on YouTube, and as a matter of fact, let's go through that. But before I go through that, Baby was on that. That's why I looked it up. So this is as of June 27th, 2020. Could you guess one of these songs?
Despacito.
That's in there.
Shakira's Waka Waka.
That is not in there.
Psy, fucking Gangnam Style, is that in there?
That is in there. One more. I'll give you one more.
Baby.
Good job. that wasn't a guess as much as it was just context clues. That was so. Coming in number 10, Justin Bieber, Sorry, 3.3 billion. Coming in number 9, Lulu Kids, Johnny Yes Papa.
The fuck is that?
It's like a kid thing.
Oh.
And that has 3.47 billion.
Somebody about the house with
that. And then it's Learning Colors, Multicolored Eggs on a Farm. 3.7 47 billion.
I always hear a lot of people like talk they dog parents who like immobilize their children with pads, iPads, and iPhones, but like you can judge a parent all you want from the outside looking in, but when you see how efficient YouTube is at immobilizing your child and getting them to shut the fuck up for a minute,
it's great.
Hell yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we had that as kids? We probably would be better off.
I'd be doctors.
Well, I can do a knee surgery.
This boy.
I can. Everyone knows that. YouTube, bro. Coming in number 7 is Gundam Style. Which I thought at first it was called Condom Style for the longest.
That'd be nice.
And I'd be
PSA.
like, I was like, oh, he doing a dance to Condom Style? That's dope. And that's 3.67 billion. Then it's Uptown Funk.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And that has 3.87. Then it's Marsha and the Bear, Recipe for Disaster, which is another kid thing. And that has 4.3. Wiz Khalifa, See You Again.
Really? The Fast and Furious joint.
Yeah. And that's 4.6. Ed Sheeran, Shape of You, number 3, is 4.85. Number 2, Baby Shark, do 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 do. Baby
Already,
Shark, do 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 do. Baby Shark is the Baby Shark dance actually by Pink Fong.
Wow,
and they have 5.76. And number 1,
Despacito,
with 6.83 billion.
Damn.
So, Baby is actually it was the fastest. No, Gangnam Style was the first thing to ever reach, and I believe Baby was like the fastest, like it reached it in the fastest amount of time.
Okay.
So that's why I was looking up Baby.
Yeah, okay.
Song slaps, kid. No, I'm playing. The songs you had me looking at was
bass.
crazy.
What?
I mean, I'll let you look up one more thing, and then we can go to
You Googled yourself.
Wait a minute. I thought you was going to go down.
No.
Because I looked up
You looked up Chris Bazemore.
how to take mushrooms.
No.
I thought that's what you was going to go
Nope.
with. That's not what
Why'd you Google yourself?
Want to go to private mode?
Nah, Google. Why you Google yourself?
I want to see where I was
Why
at.
you Google yourself?
I want to see where I was at in these streets, man. I want to see if I was popping. And I'm popping. I'm not.
I was going to say, what?
I mean, when you put me up there, you know what I mean? Look what comes up. If you type in Chris Bazemore, you never typed in your name?
Yeah, but there's like a white cop in Minnesota who got fired.
Shooting a black person?
Probably.
I'm it's a guy in Richmond, Virginia, real estate agent. So there you go.
There we are.
That's then I have a linebacker.
Fireworks.
I have a linebacker with a 2.5 GPA. He put his GPA on Twitter. And
He's
it's not
proud
even
of
an
that shit.
impressive GPA. It's not even like, oh, shit, I respect that. Nah, it's real regular, it looks like. And yeah, so comes up a bunch of podcasts I was doing. But I mean, I'm out here. Let me type in your name then. Let
Go ahead.
Let's see what you come up with, and then we can go to private mode. As soon as I put in Chris Reiter, it said obituary. So you're a dead guy. It's a guy on Twitter, Chris Reiter, Chris H. Reiter, and this is one of his first tweets. Oh, this is a tweet that he did 2 days ago. There's a dark side to the clean car revolution. It's leaving broken, old industrial towns in its wake.
So that Chris Reiter's a fucking nerd.
Yeah. But then you have an IMDb page. Is it you?
Might be.
You was in Halloween 5?
Nope.
4?
Mm-mm.
This, because
the producer?
I believe it is. No, it's camera department and transportation department. So
Fucking the Key Grip gets an IMDb page.
Yeah. Also, those movies I just named came out in '89. You wasn't even born yet.
I was not.
So you would have been really impressive. I don't know why I locked this.
Because now it's time.
Can I try another song? Because I haven't done it in a while. For private mode.
Go ahead.
I said it's private mode.
Give me the phone.
Okay. Private.
All right. You was out here this week. Goodness gracious. Okay.
You don't got to read them all.
Ghetto thought, hardcore face fucking, and sloppy head.
It's a good video. Planned on looking at that video at some point later in.
Okay. Dick sucking lips and facials is the bringer of that video. And someone's like, hey, excellent dick sucker.
See what I mean? That was me.
The ice cream man gets a happy ending on a hot, sunny day in Houston, Texas. Oh, Houston, Texas style. I'm just flabbergasted. It's just she don't look like she's doing that great. She has a blonde afro.
Oh no, she does her thing. She does her thug dizzle. What the streets say?
Streets say she got her cream. Streets say she can suck some cock. And then the last one says hit her all in the eye at the end. I guess that person is worried about her vision.
Should be.
Fuck my wig off is the next one.
That's a classic, son. Classic.
And fourth person then goes, I want her feet. What her feet look like?
Yeah, you freaking perv. I told you had a foot fetish.
I don't like feet.
Yes, you just said what her feet look like.
Paint my face like Basquiat, this one says. That's so, I mean, she knows Basquiat. That's pretty cool.
That's poetic.
Yeah.
That's poetic. And
one person doesn't like her very short pixie cut, and they put in chia.
It is green, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is green. You remember.
Yeah, it's a good
Playing an intense game of Call of Duty as I get my dick sucked. Then I start, and it was deleted in the middle of me reading that. Okay, cool.
It was deleted?
They took that down as I was reading it.
Fuck.
Ugly Gals Trip to Ghana, Part 1.
She ain't that ugly.
This person put their whole ass phone number up in the comment section.
Really?
Contact me at ba 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 ba. I got a bigger dick than I can fuck, so find me.
Hey, live your life, son.
Pussy's so good, cameraman gets in on the action.
I would have too, bro.
Well, one person, the first one was who is from Masturbates 3000 goes, the fuck did I just watch?
The cameraman does get it. Yeah.
And then Miss Blisskiss, 4 comments down, goes, condom and porn is a party pooper. She doesn't like, not a fan of safe sex.
Not really.
And the last one, blonde lawyer with BBC client.
I'm gonna be honest, she ain't no lawyer. She ain't. They didn't talk about law one time.
Please help me name her. They want to know what else she do.
Yeah. Please, someone please. And then someone else was, what is her name? I've been searching for this video.
Tell me her name.
All right, last one. To read. Speaking of which, it's like 3. Can I read like
Go
2
ahead.
or 3 more, and then we out of here? It says, "Ooh, baby, your panties. I need a respirator. I can't
goodness.
breathe." The next one. LOL. Dude, my wife started saying that she had a big white girl booty. She 48, I'm 38. But let's say her daughter's boyfriend and her did the same bounce at 22 minutes. Girl can work it, lucky bitch.
That's jealousy.
That was jealousy like a motherfucker. And I mean, that was our private mode. And that was our episode. This was a short one, but a goodie. And we always appreciate you guys.
Ask yourself, can you turn a hoe into a housewife husband?
Probably not. But if you can, let a nigga know.
Yeah.
And on that note, we out.
Peace out.